AITA for laughing in my mother's friend's face when she told me to go to my room. 25. F. Don't speak to my mother, like at all. I had to go to my mother's house today to pick up an important document that I left behind when I moved out 7 years ago. As soon as I got to the house, my mother suddenly had a massive emergency and realized that it was apparently her friend's funeral today and she completely forgot about it. I couldn't help but internally roll my eyes, as there is always some drama, hence why I have gone very low contact. She asked me if I would watch my 2 younger brothers, 7 and 11, whilst she went to the funeral, and I said absolutely not, as it's my only day off, I have plans, and I have no relationship with them due to my mother stopping them from seeing me for years. I just wanted to get my birth certificate and leave. My mother asked her friend if she would babysit and asked me to stay for 10 minutes until her friend came. I didn't even get the opportunity to say no before my mother left the house. I was seething but resolved to wait 10 minutes. My mother's friend turned up and started berating me for not agreeing to look after my brothers, whilst my mother went to the funeral. I said, I don't have anything to do with my mother, it's my day off work, and I'm under no obligation to look after anyone else's children. My mother's friend then told me to go to my room. I laughed in her face and started to leave the house, and she asked me where I was going. And I told her, my room, at my apartment, that I pay for with my big girl job. Because I'm an adult, not a child. And don't ever speak down to me like that again. And I left. My mother has left me loads of messages and missed calls saying I'm in awe for the way I spoke to her friend. I do admit I look kinda young, but I still am not happy with the way my mother's friend spoke to me. AITA? NTA. I actually quite admire your refusal to get drawn in. NTA, the audacity to try and send someone else's adult child to their room. I would have laughed too. I may be because my mother's friend didn't know me and may have genuinely thought I was a minor, as I do look very young for my age. It really wouldn't matter. You're NTA now and you'd have been NTA if you had been a minor. She had no business speaking to you that way regardless. The fact that adults can quite often get away with behaving badly towards children because children don't usually have the ability to do what you did here doesn't mean that their behavior is good. It just means they can get away with it. She behaved like an ass, and you spanked her. NTA lol about going to your room. For future reference, you can get your birth certificate at the city hall in the city you were born in. You didn't need to go to your mother's house. ETA. All 50 states do not need to check in here lol. Let me rephrase the above to say, check with your local government office on how to obtain your vital records. You can get replacements for them all. Absolutely NTA. Your mom's friend was very inappropriate, and there was nothing wrong with your response to her. I don't blame you for laughing, either. NTA. In fact, I think it would have been impossible for you to respond any better.